yourself to settle into a position of comfort, letting the body be supported fully, without effort, without tension. Noticing how easily the body knows how to rest when given permission. Let your eyes close gently or soften naturally, and bring awareness to your breathing, steady and unforced. Today's session focuses on identity, because behavior follows identity automatically. You do not constantly decide who you are. You act in alignment with what you believe yourself to be. Driving anxiety persists not because you lack skill, but because the label anxious driver has been quietly reinforced over time. Labels shape expectations, and expectations shape experience. Today, that label begins to dissolve. Identity is not fixed. It is a collection of repeated patterns and interpretations, and patterns can change. As you relax now, allow the idea to settle that you are not changing who you are. You are updating an outdated self-image. At some point, your nervous system learned to associate driving with threat, and the mind concluded, I am someone who struggles with driving. This conclusion was protective, not accurate. It was formed in response to temporary conditions, and anything learned can be unlearned. As your breathing deepens gently, imagine awareness moving inward toward the part of you that observes yourself. This observer is neutral. It is capable of noticing roles without being trapped by them. From this place, labels lose authority. You are not an anxious driver. You are a person who experienced anxiety while driving. The difference matters. One is identity. The other is a condition. Conditions change. Identity evolves. Allow this distinction to sink in. When identity shifts, behavior follows without effort. Now imagine a new description taking shape inside you. Calm driver. Notice how this feels, not forced, not exaggerated, but grounded. Calm does not mean fearless. Calm means regulated, capable, present. Picture how a calm driver sits in the seat, holds the wheel, breathes, and observes. This image feels natural because it aligns with how humans function best. Anxiety was the anomaly, not the norm. As this new self-image develops, notice how your body responds. Identity is not just a thought, it is embodied. The shoulders settle, breathing steadies, attention widens. This is alignment happening automatically. Your subconscious recognizes this image as safe and sustainable. Now consider how often anxiety maintained itself by repetition of the old identity. Each time you thought, I'm bad at driving, or I can't handle this, the brain reinforced that pattern. Today, those statements are replaced, not with affirmations, but with recognition. I am learning to drive calmly. Learning implies progress. Capability implies potential. Identity shifts toward growth, not judgment. Hypnosis allows this shift to bypass resistance because it speaks in experiences rather than arguments. Now imagine yourself referring to yourself internally as a calm, capable driver. Notice that it does not feel arrogant or unrealistic. It feels accurate. You have learned regulation. You have practiced awareness. You have developed skill. Identity catches up with experience. As this self-image strengthens, past memories of anxiety lose their grip. They are reinterpreted as learning phases, not definitions. You are not erasing your past. You are reframing it, and reframing changes the emotional charge. Old memories become neutral. They no longer predict the future. Now imagine driving situations that previously felt difficult. See yourself entering them from this new identity. You are not testing yourself. You are being yourself. The calm driver responds without drama. Sensations arise and pass. Thoughts appear and fade. There is no internal argument. Confidence is quiet. It does not need validation. As you imagine this, your nervous system learns that this identity is usable now, not someday. Identity is a present moment choice reinforced through repetition. Today is one repetition. Each time you experience calm, the identity solidifies. Each time you allow a drive to be neutral, the label, anxious driver, loses relevance. Now notice how the mind responds when identity shifts. It stops scanning for confirmation of fear. It stops interpreting sensations as threats. This is not conscious effort. It is identity in action. A calm driver does not overreact to normal driving sensations. Therefore, the body follows suit. Regulation becomes automatic. This is the power of identity-based change. It removes struggle. You no longer fight anxiety, you outgrow it. As this understanding deepens, imagine your future self looking back on this phase with clarity. That future self remembers a time when driving felt challenging and recognizes how temporary it was. This perspective reduces urgency. Fear feels smaller when seen from the lens of growth. Allow that perspective to integrate now. You are in transition, not stuck. And transitions resolve naturally when supported. Now imagine the phrase, "I am a calm, confident driver," settling into your subconscious, not as an affirmation you repeat, but as a description that feels increasingly accurate. The subconscious adopts descriptions that match experience, and you are experiencing calm more often. That is why this change works. It is earned, not forced. As this new identity integrates, the nervous system receives fewer false alarms. The body acts in alignment with who it believes you are. Calm becomes easier because it is expected. Expected states require less effort. You are no longer bracing for anxiety because it no longer defines you. Now allow the image of yourself driving to become vivid. See the posture, the breathing, the relaxed focus. This is not an idealized version. This is a grounded one. This is who you are becoming through repetition and regulation. And becoming happens whether you try or not, as long as experience supports it. As the session continues in the background, your subconscious strengthens this identity quietly. You may notice changes over time that feel subtle at first. Less anticipation, less tension, more ease. These are signs that identity has shifted. Behavior will follow. Effort will decrease. Confidence will feel natural. As you return fully to the present moment, hold the awareness that you are not trying to become someone else. You are returning to a natural state of regulation and capability. The anxious driver was never who you were. It was a temporary pattern. And now that pattern is being replaced with one that fits you better. Calm, confident, present. This is your new default. As this settles, allow yourself to trust that identity does not require constant maintenance. Once the nervous system accepts a new self-concept, it begins to protect and reinforce it automatically.